Hey there, Caleb and Rockford Lutheran School. I currently work as a freelance composer. I run my own business, composing music and then publishing it, doing commissions, doing guest artist appearance kind of things. I also work at Beckenhorst Press as an editor there, which means I get to work with composers' music that's going to go into print, helping them make their pieces the very best that they can be, reaching their full potential. It's almost like teaching composition, but you get to choose not only the students, but the particular pieces that you want to work on, which is a little bit spoiled, but really nice, as I know that what's published is going to go out and hopefully encourage people musically and emotionally and even spiritually. And then I also work at my church as artist in residence. I basically am paid some money to beautify our worship. And that comes from the heart for me as a Christian. I would just do that as service and ministry. I wouldn't even have to be paid. But I actually like the fact that they're willing to say, like, beautifying our worship is worth investing in. I have a bachelor's in piano performance, a master's in piano performance as well. And then I taught for a few years and then did a doctorate in composition at the University of Kansas. They just built musicianship. I think everything that I do in terms of creating music in church or editing other people's music or writing my own music, all of those things are just rooted in a sense of what music is and how it works and how it can reach its fullest potential, which is everything from voicing chords to turning a phrase to knowing consonance versus dissonance and acoustics and counterpoint and harmony, music history for context, just practical things about performance and ensemble work. And you can even broaden out to aural skills, like your ability to see with your ears and to hear with your eyes, blending those two together through understanding in the brain. All of that is musicianship, and I think all of those degrees taught me a lot of things, but that's the umbrella that they all fit under, and that plugs it into everything that I do in terms of making music. I think everything that I do is work in a certain sense, in a good way. I don't see work as a burden or a drag. I think it's a good gift of God. And having a right mindset about like doing all those things heartily as unto the Lord and for His glory makes all of it completely worthwhile, and I enjoy the labor that I do. Any part of it sometimes can get a little like, I don't know if I feel like doing that today. But it's all things that I love most of the time, and there's very little that I do that I don't find great satisfaction in. When I've been working on a piece for a long time, on both like the little details and the big picture of it, and it all starts to come together in the middle, and the piece is just like magnetically pulling together and emerging, and like I can see what it's going to be now. That is so satisfying after all the work of like, is this idea good or not? Should I commit to that melody or not? Is this text worthwhile or not? Are my ideas any good? Should I just throw all this in the trash? Once I get to that point, that's what makes it really worthwhile. Music has just always been my main thing. It's what I've been most skilled at and most interested in. And I feel like it's where my greatest gifting meets the world's greatest need. That's where my calling is my sense that God has gifted me at a certain thing and a sense that the world needs this certain thing, or that God has called me to do it for His kingdom. I think that's the clearest sense of leading that I can have to make me want to do what it is that I do. An encouragement to see God in everything that's beautiful. The hymn writer says, He shines in all that's fair. That's probably my favorite line in the entire hymnal, is that anything that's fair, anything that's beautiful, God shines in. If we find anything that reflects beauty, it's reflecting God, because He is beauty and He's the source of all of it. And beauty is one of those fingerprints of God. We go onto the scene, so to speak, almost like detectives. And if we dust for prints, we discover, oh, somebody's been here. This didn't just happen. And when we encounter great beauty, especially in my field in terms of music or art, we say, oh, this didn't just happen. Like, someone has been here, and when we lift the fingerprints off there, we discover they're God's. So maybe my name is on a piece, or maybe somebody else's name is on a piece, or somebody conducted it, or somebody performed it. But if you encounter beauty like that, you can be sure whose fingerprints are really on it. And I love like working through beauty back to like that ultimate capital S source of beauty like that, finding God's fingerprints shining in all that's fair. Blessings and grace and shalom to you.